Okay, so it's 10 o'clock, and see those lines? They're just showing up right here. Something fires up, and then gets really warm really fast. Now you'll watch as the, whatever it is fires up. Let's go to 80 meters quickly. I don't see it on 80. But it's, yeah, okay, it's starting to make its appearance. But look at how loud that is. So this is just totally wiping out 40 meters right now. Its lines. Now you'll see it start to sweep, especially if I go to 80 here in a second. As it starts to heat up. Oh. So you can see there's all these, I'm sorry it's so fuzzy. You can see there's all these signals from the North American QSO party. Right here, and then these are all the static crashes as we're having huge amounts of lightning right now. So you can see the lines are starting to get thicker and thicker as whatever it is heating. So let's go back to 40. And you can see it's just dominating the 40 meter band. Here it goes. Okay, so once it starts to go, it does this, where it goes into these ripples. And it's a little bit overexposed on the screen, but it totally wipes the entire band. Just turns the entire band into rubbish. Completely unusable. Those spikes that you're seeing, here, watch this. They're hitting 20 over. It's starting to settle down a bit now. Okay, yeah, so if you look at this, you can see it's starting to slow down now. And it's a heating pattern, right? It's starting, whatever it is kicking in and getting hot. It'll stabilize soon. So I don't know if it's a battery charger, if it's grow lights, if it's some kind of like heating system. But it makes the entire HF band unusable. So here, this is a dual band antenna, so let me go to 80. Look at what it's doing on 80 as well. It's not moving as quick there, but it's definitely being destructive. I'm gonna go back to 40 because it's a lot more pronounced. And I should also mention too, it's not happening on this antenna. Well, you can kind of see it here, and here, and here. It's happening on 20 as well, but on 40 is where it's the most pronounced. So what's going to happen is that little swirly doodad is going to slowly slow down to the point where it lands on a frequency. So it's something is trying to hit equilibrium. There's some kind of hysteresis control. My guess is that if it's lamps, then they get up to kind of their cooking temperature. But whatever it is just incredibly destructive. Now, I have tracked it down. I know where it's coming from. There is a farm below my property. And that farm, for whatever reason, has something there that is generating all of this noise. All of it. That's coming from the farm below me. So you can see the lines are slowly slowing down. See how they have this kind of like back curve look? Where they curve back? That's because this is still moving at a linear rate, and these are slowing down. So they're probably going to park on a frequency fairly soon. It's still crawling a bit. So if I go and find one here, let me center on one. I'll just pick on this one because it's one of the biggest. Because that's actually where my antenna is the most resonant. Is right around this area, right here, at around 7.2 or 7.12, 7.14-ish, right there. Now look at what it is on the meter. It's a solid 10 over noise. Oh, okay, if you look, it's actually moved. That red line is where I am, so I had to chase it a bit. But yeah, you know, 10, 15 over. No biggie, right? No biggie. But look at this. Check out the 7300. I'll focus a little bit. S9 noise on VHF. Listen to that. Right? Let's go to AM. And you can hear it's electrical. Warble, warble, warble. So it's just absolutely horrible. Oops, sorry.
What is your location? Thank you. Kilo 7 Lima, you're on the... Thank you, contact. Kilo 7 Lima, Kilo 7 Lima, contact.
So as it passes over.
Thank you, contact. Kilo 7 Lima, Kilo 7 Lima, contact. Thank you, contact. Kilo 7 Lima, Kilo 7 Lima, contact. Thank you, contact. Kilo 7
So now it's
Lima,
gone from that
Kilo 7
frequency.
Lima, contact.
So you can see it's passed a little bit,
Ending in Bravo.
but it's about to get wiped out anyway.
Alpha Germany 5, Delta Bravo, 59 in Yuma, Arizona. That's Alpha Zulu, Yankee Mike Alpha.
So this is going to go for 12 hours. It starts every night at 2200. Right? Every night at 2200. And dies at about 1,000 hours. Dies every morning at 10 a.m. So listen here as it comes across. You can hear that raspy garbage in there. Solid 10 over.
Yankee Mike Alpha. Alaska, Roger. Hey, that's great. Thank you for the new one. Thank you. Kilo 7 Lima. You are the...
Yeah, we're going fishing. I said, me too. I'm fishing for stations, and they just looked at me and walked away.
So let me... I'm going to find right here. So here it is on 80 meters. Just a mess. So you can see there's the main one, and there's some more incidentals. If you want, we can go to 160 as well. And on 160, you can see it here and here, as well as there, and it's imaged everywhere because this is pretty high gain for this band. But it just completely wipes out the area that I like to communicate in, which is really uncool. So if I go to this frequency, it's 40 over. That is just unacceptable if you ask me. And it's so wideband too, right? Like this is the most narrow that it is this band. What we can do is we can actually chase it. So if I go to center fix, oops. So here's 100 kilohertz of bandwidth. We're finding it there. Turn the tuner off because we don't need the tuner. We're finding it at about 2 megahertz, 2.1 megahertz. Comes up, it just keeps going. We're at 2.5 megs right now. It's just all over the place. Coming up on 3. Guess I should point it here. Now, check this out. 3.1. 3.70. Just brutal. Just absolutely brutal. Oh, I should also mention this one right here. That right there. That is not. These two are not caused by this. These two are data streams. So those are supposed to be there. So don't let those fool you. But the rest of this garbage, not so much. So now we're back into the amateur spectrum. So you can make up your own mind about what you think of that. But I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm pretty disappointed by it.